Bricked Out Media, we up. Welcome to the warm up. I'm your host, Mr. Bricked Out. Welcome to the show. Okay. So today we're talking about cruise ships and Royal Caribbean cruise ships. The Icon of the Seas set sail this weekend. Is deemed the largest cruise ship in the world. Okay. We're planning on, well, we already booked the Icon of the Seas in June of 2025. So we set sail a little bit over a year. But we're going to ask the question today. Is the Icon of the Seas too big? Okay. For all my cruise lovers and my non-cruise lovers, we're going to take you on a little journey. Okay. So 2019, we got on the Symphony of the Seas out of Miami. It's a Royal Caribbean ship. At that time in 2019, it was deemed the largest cruise ship in the world. Yeah. Pretty exciting. We set sail out of Miami. Had a great time. Went to Coco Cay, went to St. Thomas, went to St. Martin. Had a great time. Explored, did the water slides, did all the different communities in the different areas on the ship. Lots to do. Had karaoke, all the different specialty restaurants, main restaurants. Dinner was great. So we got to explore the ship in those 7 days. Booked that cruise again in 2022, post-COVID, August of 2022. Second time around, was able to get to all of those spots and experience those experiences that we didn't experience the first time in 2019. So there was a bad storm when it was time to come back home, so we had to stay an extra day. So we actually did 8 days on that cruise ship instead of 7. So a total of 15 days on the Symphony of the Seas. And we still feel like we experienced the ship. However, we still probably could go back and still do a couple of things that we weren't able to do. Okay. So, hey, Symphony of the Seas, over 5,000 guests. Okay. Over 2,000 crew members, 18 total decks, large ship. Okay. But at that time, it was deemed the largest cruise ship in 2019. However, in 2022, the Wonder of the Seas by Royal Caribbean was deemed the largest cruise ship in the world. And the Symphony got bumped to number 2. Now, Icon of the Seas, the new ship that set sail this past weekend, is now deemed the largest cruise ship in the world. So we're going to ask the question again. Is the Icon of the Seas too big? Okay. Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas. 20 total decks. Okay. The crew, 2,350 crew members. Okay. 8 different neighborhoods. And those neighborhoods on the Icon of the Seas are color coded. Beautiful, beautiful designs by the crew. Okay. 2,800 staterooms, a total of 5,610 guests, maximum capacity. Got 7 pools, 9 whirlpools, 6 water slides. That's a record on a cruise ship, having 6 water slides. Okay. Back to the question is the Icon of the Seas too big? Okay. I'm going to say it's not. But I understand why Royal Caribbean built this large ship. Okay. You always want to be bigger and better than the competition, even if you're beating yourself out. Bigger and better, even if it's bigger than your biggest, which would be the biggest, you're still beating out the competition. Okay. So bigger and better is always good. Now, there's a trick to it, and it's all business and marketing. And this is just my theory, and this is just my opinion, but I see where they're getting to the money. Okay. Now, if you make a ship huge, and I know that's a weird word to use, but there's lots to do, almost too much to do in one trip. All right. They set sail on 7-day voyages, right? So there's not enough time to do everything that you desire to do in those 7 days. You still have to sleep. Okay. You still want to get off at the ports. We're getting off at 4 different ports in the 7 days. So most of those days, we're going to be probably off the ship half of those days. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on the ship on those port days. Right. So the method to the madness, make the ship as big as possible. Have tons of things to do, which one, you keep people occupied and you keep people wanting to do activities on the ship, which that's great for everybody. But you keep the people wanting to come back. Okay. Hey, we got to go back again because I didn't get to do all of this stuff I wanted to do over here because we was too busy doing the stuff over here. Okay. You go back a second time. Okay. yeah, that second trip was dope, but we need to go back because we still not fulfilled with that ship. We haven't explored the whole ship. And so the method to the madness, in my opinion, is that, hey, let's make it vast. Let's make it great to where they have to come back. Okay. When it comes to retail and sales and marketing, you really make money on a customer on the second, third, and fourth time around. You don't make it on the first time around typically, because you really don't have to pay anything to obtain that customer again because you already have them. Okay. So they already have you as a customer. You come back the second time, then you come back a third time. Like, that's where they really make the money and the profit off of those particular customers. Okay. And so I just think that is genius, because just make it to where you can't quite get enough of it. Okay. It's just too big and it's too great. It's too vast to where you have to come back. And then what happens? You put that deposit down and you go back. Right? The Icon of the Seas. I can't recommend it right now because I haven't set sail yet, but from what I see from the reviews, the pre-sale reviews, the pictures, the exploration videos that we see online, it looks pretty phenomenal. So we're gonna get to check it out next year, like I said, 2025 in June, and we're gonna experience it. And I'll be back here with a review. Well, first, we're going to talk about it more before we leave. However, we will document our trip on the Icon of the Seas, which I'm sure there'll be millions of videos out there documented, but we'll document it as well. And we'll come back here and we'll do a review on Breakdown Media. Okay. So look, thanks for joining the warm up. Thanks for everybody who subscribed, like, comment, and share, please. And we'll see you on the next episode of the warm up. Breakdown Media, we out.